Timer. Or stopwatch.
What do you want for dinner of all our goodies?
Why are you asking me what I want for dinner when we're just sitting down for an hour and a half at least?
I don't know.
All right.
I was thinking.
I like dinner.
Me too. It's one of my favorite meals. One of my top 3.
One of your top 3? What are the other 2?
Brunch.
Okay. Good.
Breakfast.
Brunch and breakfast. All right. So fuck you to lunch itself, huh?
No, lunch is in my top 5.
Speaking of our food eating habits.
Wait. I hear there are video games.
Today we're drinking what? Snowcap CBD, nitrogen-infused cold brewed coffee. This is going to be...
I need my elemental nitrogen.
Kanpai.
Kanpai, indeed. Tastes like coffee.
It tastes just like coffee.
Yeah.
I've never had any CBD products before. And supposedly it's not even the part of fucking... it's not even the part that gets you... that's meant to get you high or anything. So, what is the point of these products? It just tastes like coffee that's, slightly more bitter, I guess?
It's just coffee with a higher price tag. That's
and
what we purchased.
Yeah, I guess that is what we purchased. Oh, well, before Mayuri returns, I crack a cold one and leap. I don't know, I don't hate it. It just isn't... I don't think it justifies anything close to the price tag it puts on here.
Yeah.
Oh, we were supposed to shake it.
Haha! Well, I think we'll be fine.
Will we? Is there going to be a whole bunch of crud at the bottom?
Maybe. We can swirl it gently. Regardless.
Alright. When I come to, I'm standing by with my phone in my hand. While I wait for the ringing in my ears to subside, I check the date and time on my phone screen.
Phone scream.
August 11th, 2:21 p.m. Hey, finally we're off of Friday. Alright, now I have 2 more days. As a matter of fact, I leapt twice. First 2 p.m. on the 13th when the machine was completed. From there I leapt an additional 48 hours to 2 p.m. on the 11th. It was my first consecutively, but it seems to have gone well. I immediately head downstairs to see Suzuha. I'm relieved to see that her hand isn't burned. I guess that is the first thing you do, right? Alright, time travel, dude, let's talk.
Yep.
When I explain the situation, Suzuha races to Radicon to confirm my story. After she realizes that I'm telling the truth, I take her back to the lab and have her repeat the explanation she gave us before I time leaped. We come to the conclusion that all we can do right now is try our best to repair Suzuha's time machine.
Okay, but Steins Gate hard mode, where every time a time leap happens and the situation has to be re-explained, it plays through the same explanation scenes every single time.
I love this. Alright, Daru, let's go take a look. Wait.
Let's go take a look.
Thank you. Daru is unusually enthusiastic. I guess Suzuha's talk of attractor fields and divergence and correcting history's mistakes got his blood pumping.
Hold on, everyone.
What is it, Mayuri? Mayuri stops us as we're about to leave the lab.
Guys, aren't we forgetting something? Like what? What about Suzu-san's dad?
Oh, right, because they're all in the mindset of whatever was happening 2 days ago. Do you remember what was happening 2 days ago in game? I don't.
We were looking
but it's fresh
for
in their heads,
Suzu-san's dad.
apparently. Oh, right. I thought Suzuha was lying about that.
And yet.
But when I turn to her, she looks away.
That doesn't matter now, does it?
Mayuri's got her priorities right.
It does too. I mean, it'll take time to fix the time machine, won't it? We should help Suzu-san find her dad in the meantime. Right?
No. But when I show her reluctance, Mayuri puffs out her cheeks.
Don't be like that, Okarin. You have to keep your promise.
What promise?
We promised, remember? We said we'd all look for Suzu-san's dad.
Yeah, but that was like months ago. Oh, wait, that's right. We convinced her to stay by promising to help her look for her father. Yeah, I remember.
I know Suzu-san has a mission and stuff, but I think she also came because she really wanted to meet her dad. Mayushi wants to make that happen.
Yeah! Mayuri feels that strongly about it, there's no way I can refuse.
Side quest start!
I feel very strongly that you should give me 200,000 yen right now. She feels that strongly about it, there's no way I can refuse.
Shina Mayuri, you're such a nice girl.
Suzuha sniffles.
You're right. I thought I could find him if I came to this town.
Turns out, this town ain't big enough for the both of us.
I know that he was in Akihabara in 2010.
What I didn't know was that he wasn't using those pronouns yet. So your father's real? Wait, what do you mean by... Okabe! What the fuck do you mean by that? No, I'm a fucking, like, virgin birth. What do you want?
Of course he is. At this age, he's probably still young and cool.
His name was Barrel Taitor, right?
Yeah, that's right. Wow, a foreigner? No, I'm pretty sure he's Japanese. Barrel Taitor is his codename in the Resistance. I don't think he's using it yet.
Yeah, he hasn't joined the hashtag resistance yet. So that's why Suzuha called herself John Taitor.
I don't know his real name.
That's gonna be a problem.
Some daughter, huh?
Suzuha looks like she's about to cry for an instant, but she quickly covers it with a bitter smile.
He died before he could tell me.
Hearing that, I realize how hellish the world she came from must be. Yeah, I like how that's just kind of hanging in the background here. Like,
yeah.
We see nothing firsthand of what the future is like, but we're already dead convinced that, like, can't let that happen.
Yeah.
What about your surname, Amane?
That was my mother's maiden name.
Let's work backwards then. Let's find someone with her mother's maiden name and then find out who she's boning.
So, you have no leads. please. Oh, there is one thing.
Suzuha claps her hands together and starts patting her pockets. A few seconds later, she reaches into one and pulls out...
a pin?
What does that say?
05HM *** A 2010?
Oh, that's a 2.
Maybe. Or maybe it says Poyo!
Poyo! I've seen Suzuha fiddling with it before. It's just a regular pin. The kind you stick on your hat or bag. That's your line, honey.
There's something written on it. Oh, I misread it.
It reads... OSHM *** A 7010. I can't tell if these are the stars that if these stars are there because we are not using a brand name, or if the stars are there because these are actually stars that are there.
I think there's stars that are there.
You gonna read your lines?
Oh, sorry. This belonged to my dad.
You don't have to. Do you want me to read all the lines? I can do this
No.
just talking to myself.
No. A memento.
I never saw it coming. Google it, Daru! Quick, Daru, to the search engine! Daru runs a search, but gets only incomprehensible foreign sites.
He was here in Akihabara, so I think we can exclude the foreign sites.
Daru's unimpressed face.
Okay, got it.
He narrows the search down to Japanese sites. But even then, none of the results look relevant.
Nothing. But this has to be some kind of hint.
Does it? With Suzuha's permission, I take a picture of the pin.
Okay, all in favor of helping Suzu-san find her dad?
Hey! I want to argue that there's no time to explain, but Mayuri's right when she says the time machine won't be ready for a while. I guess there's no harm in letting her have her way. After all, there's no point in running, not even with 2 days head start. Even if I dragged Mayuri to the ends of the earth, we wouldn't be able to escape her death. I know that now. No objections.
Thanks, Okarin.
Daru raises his hand in agreement. So does Kurisu. It is decided. We'll help Suzuha find her father.
Everyone, thank you. But I want to be clear that my mission to 1975 comes first. That was my dad's final wish, after all. So if we still haven't found him by the time repairs are complete, I think we should give up. Is that okay? Are you sure? If we still haven't found him by then, it just wasn't meant to be.
It's a relief to hear Suzuha say that.
So, where do we start? The
pin is our only hint right now. We'll hit every store in Akiba that sells things like this. Maybe someone will know where it came from.
What kind of stores?
Akiba is full of niche stores where you can find strange and cool accessories. It's hard to sneak into Radicon in the daytime. There isn't a crowd out front like before, but pedestrian traffic remains constant. It takes us about 30 minutes to find a way in. Kurisu is back at the lab working on the time leap machine. It needs to be complete by 2 p.m. on the 13th. If she's late, it could affect my ability to time leap, which would lower my chances of saving Mayuri. Speaking of Mayuri, she's wandered off somewhere in search of Suzuha's father. How does it look? I call to Daru, who's examining the flooded satellite, time machine, while Suzuha and I keep a lookout. Daru crawls out of the machine. He's covered in sweat and his breathing is heavy. We quickly help pull his huge body out. The time machine is completely visible from the street. If someone were to see us up here, they might report us to the police. It's been 2 weeks since the satellite appeared, but Akiba still has tourists who come just to see it. We need to take care not to be noticed.
It's so freaking hot in there.
So take off all your clothes.
It's worse than a sauna. Spend too much time in there and I'll turn into Daru jerky.
Oh, so that's where Okabe's been all these years. Because he's a jerk. He's Okabe jerky. I'm saying Okabe's an asshole.
By the way, it's not gonna fall or anything, right?
Time machine is balanced precariously on the ledge, but the police have hooked up support wires, so Daru probably has nothing to worry about.
Can it be fixed?
I have no idea. This is future technology.
Well, I still don't know for sure, but there is one thing I noticed just now. It's built kind of like the phone wave.
That means there's a chance, right?
I said I'm not sure. I need to poke around some more.
Daru. No. Super Haka. Everything depends on your mad skizzles now. You are the super hacker who will save the world in 2036. People will worship you instead of Kurisu, the mother of the time machine.
It's hacker. How many times do I have to tell you?
Super hacksaws. Got it. Anyway, you have 2 days. Do whatever it takes, Daru. I place my hand on Daru's shoulder and look straight into his eyes. You are our only hope. Just gonna really... Alright. Just gonna let that slide, huh?
No promises, man. And why 2 days?
Well... because that's when Mayuri will die. But I can't say that.
In 2 days, the weather conditions will be perfect for creating the ring singularity.
Yes, what she said.
If we miss that window, we won't have another chance until next year.
Hey, I'm the one repairing the machine, and even I know it doesn't work that way, so... Nice excuse, Suzuha. Yes, what she said.
Fix it in 2 days? That's just nuts.
But if you do, you'll earn the right to a date with Ferris. Daru face. Can you fix it?
Yes, he can. Daru the Builder.
Yeah.
No problem.
Does Ferris know about this?
No.
Great. Now I just need to figure out how I'm going to convince Ferris. Listen, Ferris, I don't know how to explain this to you, but I need you to go on a date with Daru, otherwise Mayuri would have died.
And also, the universe would not be saved. So
yeah,
it's really important, but not the usual Chuni way. Like, I'm being real with you now. Anyway, please.
Oh, shma, 70-10. We gotta find a quicker way to say that. I like the idea that that's kind of like a bleeped out word, but I don't know what it would be. Oshmother 7010. We're searching for something with the same cryptic logo as this mysterious pin. Honestly, I didn't think it would be this difficult. Akiba has plenty of niche stores, but they're all for electronic goods and PC parts. There aren't that many selling accessories like Suzuha's pin. If only I hadn't done that time leap thing that one time. We check everyone we can find, but come up empty-handed. None of the store employees have any idea where it came from either. We even check nearby neighborhoods like Ueno and Asakusa. Nothing. Suzuha and I return to the lab with heavy hearts.
Welcome back. Why are you carrying hearts?
I don't know, but they're real heavy. Kurisu emerges from the development room to greet us. She's alone.
From the looks on your faces, I guess you didn't find anything.
I did. I found one thing. Where's Daru?
He hasn't come back yet. It's already dark, so maybe he went straight home?
Daru doesn't have a home. Why do you think he always spends his time here? It's too dark to work at Radicon now. We can't use lights because that would be too conspicuous to the people below. Mayuri isn't around. Is she making any progress in the search for Suzuha's father?
I feel bad. There is no time to lose.
No time to lose?
Yes.
You know, I kind of wanted to work that phrase into my everyday usage, and I don't know. I just kind of need like some guidance. Like, how would I use it? Like, no time to lose.
Yes.
There you go.
Precisely.
There you go. It's not for you. We're doing it to save Mayuri, and also my big 15 DVD collection of all the Monty Python sketches.
Yeah.
I start up Daru's computer and search the net for communities of people who collect unique pins. I'll investigate tomorrow based on the information I find.
Hey, the pin comes with a number. Would you say it's a pin number?
Stop. Actually, yes, it is the only time I would say pin number. There's a collecting group on a site called Freypara, where everyone shows off their collections. I post there asking for information. Oh! I'm sleeping on the couch when a loud alarm rings in my ears. Is it CERN? I jump up and see Kurisu and Suzuha. Kurisu's holding her phone. That's the source of the sound.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Her sour expression says it's not good at all. Wish she'd put herself in my shoes and see what it's like to be woken up suddenly like that. I check the time on my phone. It's just before 7 a.m. You came to wake me up? Thanks.
I didn't do it for you.
Ah!
I asked her to wake you up, Okabe Rintaro. There's something I want to show you.
I realize that there's a strange object sitting on the table in front of me. Hey, look! We've seen these numbers before.
What's this?
That was my only line.
Wait, damn it.
What's this?
Hello?
Ooh.
A divergence meter. The numbers indicate the divergence value of the current world line. Divergent from what?
Probably from wherever they started out.
But, like, didn't we establish there's an unlimited
but
amount of them?
there is one where she came from.
Okay, so it's divergence from her world line where she came from originally.
Likely, yes. That's my theory, anyway. The meter displays 0.337187%.
Ha!
Nailed
It's
it.
answered right there. Divergence is measured from my original world line, which corresponds to 0.
You made this? Shit, no. I have no idea how the fuck this science junk works.
Nah, I brought it with me from 2036.
These are Nixie tubes, right? Whoever made this has taste. I'd happily dub it Future Gadget number 9.
Future Mambo number 9.
There you go. Future Mambo number... A little bit of Suzaha in my life. A little bit Karisu by my side. A little bit Mayuri's all I need. You are so welcome for that.
How exactly does it work? It shouldn't be possible to measure changes like that.
Suzaha shrugs. See, there you go.
I don't know either.
You don't know?
Can you guess who made it?
How should I know?
You did, Okabe Rintaro.
Huh?
You made it, 11 years from now. It apparently works the same way your special power does.
Huh. I like how it kind of goes back and forth between Okabe being an absolute dipshit who is way over his head and knows nothing, versus Okabe actually might have some, like, capacity to actually do science on occasion.
So this meter lets other people check world line divergence?
Well, in theory.
I wish. I'm pretty sure only Okabe Rintaro would notice if the number changed. What? Then there's no point. Make something useful for once, Okabe.
I ignore Karisu's complaints and look at the meter again. This is something I made. 15 years have passed since I completed it. 11 years will pass before I complete it. It's a strange feeling. Well, yeah, because, I mean, unless you have reading Steiner, like, you're not going to notice when your world line changes. You're going to be like, wow, that number has always said that number.
Yup. Only the person who made it knows how it works. Wait 11 years. I'm sure he'll have figured it out by then.
Have you met me in the future? She did say I was an infamous terrorist in 2036. For some reason, Suzaha's expression darkens momentarily.
No, never.
Oh. My bad. So then why are you showing me this?
When the meter reads over 1%, you've made it to the beta world line.
1%?
Right. Reach 1% divergence, and you'll save Sheena Mayuri.
I stare at the glowing red numbers. They don't budge. Just another 0.6%. It seems so easy. But there are 6 digits after the decimal point, and no tens place. What does that mean? Something tells me it won't be as easy as it looks.
You can have it. No point in me carrying it around. I hope you'll find a use for it.
I like how even future Okabe values the dumb aesthetic of his objects.
Like,
instead of something you can keep in your pocket, it's like, here's a big fancy...
with all these tubes and shit sticking out.
Yeah.
It's like, gotta be mad science.
Based on recommendations from the BBS thread, I spend the morning visiting stores in Akiba. My destinations run the gamut from otaku stores packed with anime goods to souvenir shops full of Olympic memorabilia. I even visit a few that specialize in locally manufactured goods.
Ranasamic.
Vivia.
That me.
Oh, it you. Quas. Shard.
I want to shop at Shard.
I want to shop at Samvi and buy their... where the Blay station. Nailed it.
I love all the legally distinct from X.
Duty free. I don't know what these ones are. Regardless. But although I hit just about every kind of store that could be considered niche, I am unable to find anything that resembles Suzuha's pin. Maybe I should go all the way to Ikebukuro or Nakano. I start heading back to the lab, but just then, a street vendor catches my eye. Storekeeper is a foreigner covered in tattoos. The table next to him is covered with accessories and other fashion items. The first time I've seen such a stylish street stand in Akiba. Most vendors just sell random junk. It's not like I have anything to lose, so I walk over and check out the selection. Among the various accessories, I see a number of metal pins. What a coincidence. Could he have a pin like Suzuha's? I don't see the Oshima 7010 logo on any of the displayed accessories, but I better ask just to be sure. He's a foreigner, so maybe I should use English? Our eyes meet. His are as bright and as blue as the sky. I quickly look away. Damn, he must think I'm a coward. Better get this over with.
Hey, master. I am mad scientist. So cool. Son of a bitch.
I forgot it. That came right from the game?
Yeah.
Oh, this moment is in the animated, so... Hey, master. I am mad scientist. So cool. Son of a bitch.
Hi, nandesu ka?
Can I help you?
He smiles a wide, toothy smile. Nice teeth. And answers in Japanese. I was hoping for more of a reaction.
I
I have a question, if you don't mind. I take the photocopy Suzuha's pin out of my pocket. Can I help you?
Yeah.
Alright. Does this look familiar? The man stares at it for a while, then shrugs and shakes his head in the exaggerated manner typical of Westerners. I want to know where it came from. Can you help me find out?
Sorry, ちょっと難しいですね。
Remember? Sorry, it's a little difficult.
What is he saying?
By the way, これはどこで手に入れたものなんですか?
By the way, where'd you get this thing?
それを知りたい。報酬を出す。
That's what I want to know. I'll compensate you.
I'm sorry.
He apologizes in broken Japanese. Looks like this is another dead end. Just in case I give him my contact information, I ask him to get in touch if he finds out anything. Then I turn to leave.
Okabe Rintaro.
Sup, Suzuha? Suzuha's standing a short distance away. She's holding a drink. It's my favorite, Dr. P. No, wait. That's... cola? Ugh.
Sup? Want a drink?
I accept the offer and quench my thirst with a nice, refreshing, snow-capped CBD nitrogen-infused cold brew coffee. Includes 30 milligrams of full-spectrum CBD. Last time I saw her, Suzuha was on her way to Kanda to continue the search. How long has she been standing here? Anything? Well, I found a banana someone had duct taped to a wall and assumed that it was one of your experiments, but aside from that...
Nope.
I was gonna bring it back, but it was really expensive.
So, what was with your English back there?
So cool! Son of a bitch!
It sounded dumb. So cool. Is that standard English in this era?
Of course not. I'm just a dip.
Oh, so it's an Okabe Rintaro original. There's no overseas travel in my time, so I wouldn't know.
Why are we positioned like this for recording?
I don't know.
Alright. No overseas travel? What, you mean at all?
Pretty much. Travel permits are hard to get, and they'd never issue one for a vacation. I'd never seen a foreigner before coming to this time.
Weird. So in the future, no one was allowed to leave Japan? Japan was like that a few centuries ago too, when the Tokugawa shogunate closed the country to the west. Sounds like CERN sent international relations back hundreds of years. Perhaps that's why there's no war in Suzuha's time. It's hard for conflicts to emerge when races and cultures can't interact. Sounds kind of like a prison with invisible walls, guarded by CERN and the Committee of 300. I mean, ending war is obviously a good thing, but... Anyway, there's no point in thinking about the distant future now. We need to come up with a new plan. The sunlight beats on my head, making it hard to think. I feel like I'm standing in a sauna. Why does the sun hate me so much? Shining in the center of the sky like he owns the damn place. Damn it, why can't we find any information on that pin? Suppose it's no skin off my back if we don't find Suzuha's father. As long as Dara fixes the time machine, nothing else matters. So why do I feel so bad about my lack of progress? I really don't know. Maybe I'm just frustrated by my own powerlessness. I can't save Mayuri. I can't fix Suzuha's time machine. Can't even help Karisu with the time leap upgrade. So what am I good for? The only thing I can do is help Suzuha find her father. Maybe this pin is newer than we think. I mean, maybe it hasn't even been made yet. Suzuha stretches, then looks at me with a calm smile.
Maybe I'm not meant to meet him. I mean, we've tried everything and still no sign. It's just not in the cards, I guess.
I feel a surge of anger at her words. Here I am stewing in self-loathing, and she acts like it doesn't matter? How can you give up? We still have one more day!
Why are you getting mad?
Everyone's fighting for you, don't you get it? Me? I want to prioritize Mayuri over everything else. But you're still a lab mem, and a friend, and when a friend's in trouble, you want to help them. That's how Mayuri felt, and I agree. That's why I'm searching. Except for Shiny Finger there. She might be a lab mem, but she's not really a friend anymore. So how dare you be the first one to give up?
You don't have to yell.
Actually, I do. It's the only way I can talk. Don't disappoint me like this. I tell myself to calm down. This is just my own feelings of impotence boiling over. There's no time for this.
I'm sorry, but maybe you should think about how I feel.
Okabe looks very confused. What? Who? Feeling? I realize that we have an audience. Some pedestrians are grinning at us, like they think we're a bickering couple or something. I take a deep breath. You're right. I shouldn't have said that. It's too awkward to make eye contact, so I look around pretending to think. Alright, what next? Wonder how the other lab mems are progressing. I'm especially concerned about Daru. Depending on the situation, he might need some relief. He's been working in that heat for hours, so we should bring him something cold to drink. And then there's Mayuri. She's been working alone, trying to find some information on Suzuha's father. If I close my eyes, I can still recall her deaths, in every detail. I resist the urge to pound my head against the wall. Although we still have over 24 hours before that happens, I can't help but worry about leaving her alone. But currently all I can do is search for that pin. We decide to try Ikebukuro as our last stop for the day. It would be nice to visit home, but I don't have the time. Besides, Suzuha is with me. Our search turns up nothing. As the evening wears on without a single lead, Suzuha and I grow quieter and quieter. We're exhausted from walking, and we can't shake the feeling that all of our efforts are futile. This isn't good. By the way, I try stirring up conversation. I should get her to talk about the future. After all, she is a time traveler. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Remember how shocked Kurisu was to learn that she only lives to be 44? And I was told that I'd become a terrorist. Am I really famous in 2036?
As a terrorist.
Oh. So what did I do to be called a terrorist?
You rebelled against CERN. You're actually one of the founding members of the Resistance, just like my dad.
I helped found the Resistance. I guess it makes sense given what we're going through now. Suzuha is from the future of this timeline where Mayuri is doomed to die, and where CERN forces Kurisu to build a time machine. In such a future, how could I not rebel against CERN? Rebellion against the system, destruction of order, a new age of chaos. Weren't those my ambitions as a mad scientist? How stupid.
Stupid?
How can I still be chasing some Chunibyo fantasy when I couldn't even save Mayuri?
You're fighting to free humanity. I think it's a noble cause.
Suzuha is part of the resistance I form. Does that mean she's my subordinate in the future? What sort of man am I? Suzuha's expression darkens.
I said we never met, remember?
Never?
Never. You were killed by CERN in 2025.
That's a small number of years from now. I was killed by the same people who killed Mayuri. They had no reservations about murdering an innocent girl. I doubt they would hesitate to kill a terrorist.
Maybe I should have told you sooner. Understand? If you don't change the future, you're gonna die in about 5 years.
15.
About 5.
About why 5? Oh, because the I get it. Because we're recording this in 2019. I get it.
Yeah. So I guess 6.
Well, maybe it's the end of it's December. So
yeah.
Oh, that's your line. Sorry.
Shina Mayuri will die. You will die. Makise Kurisu will be a slave to CERN. It ends badly for every lab mem.
What about Daru?
彼の名前は聞いたことないな。ウィザード級ハッカーの伝説っていうのはちらっと聞いたことがあるけどね。
I don't remember hearing about him. I have heard legends of a wizard-class hacker, though.
That sounds about right.
そもそもウィザード級ってどういう意味なのかすら知らないけど。
Though I don't understand what wizard class means in the first place.
Wizard class.
In our timeline, we don't have magic, only
Right.
swords.
Wizard class. Yeah, nice. I coined that term. I can imagine Daru slowly insinuating himself into every corner of the internet till he becomes a godlike virtual presence that not even CERN can comprehend.
That would be badass. I
Yeah.
hope that
今日見れば
happens.
こんな未来ってないよね。
Anyway, I don't want that to happen to you guys.
だからなおさら私が IBN5100 を手に入れてきて未来を変えなきゃって思ってる。
And that's one more reason I need to find an IBN 5100 and change the future.
この時代に来るまでは君たちは遠い存在だったけど今では仲間だしさ。
Until I came to this time, you guys were just stories, history. But now, you're my friends.
Aww.
Best
Also, you're all
friends.
dorks.
Special friend. Special friend.
Stop.
No, it's special friend song time.
Help.
I want to save you.
Appreciated.
お前はこれからも永遠にラボメンだ。
You are lab mem, now and forevermore.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, you got mail. I already told Carissa I was confident in her ability to finish the time machine on time. Wait, they didn't tell her what the lifter was?
I guess not. Are you sure I can finish the time leap machine in a day? We still haven't found our lifter substitute, remember? I can't complete the upgrade without it.
But it occurs to me I forgot to tell her about the 42-inch CRT. Our lifter is the 42-inch CRT downstairs. The electrical discharge phenomenon occurs when it's turned on, so don't worry about it. Just finish the upgrade. There. That should do it. Send a reply and decide to keep searching for the pin with Suzuha just a little bit longer. Time is quickly running out. Is there anything more that we can do? There is, and it is to take a short break so I can get some water. Alright, and continuing our pursuit of bad taste, Vivian had us pick up some fucking wine spritzers. I'll let you describe these. This was your idea, so.
It's wine spritzer. It has pineapple juice in it. It's a good idea.
It's called Flora Tiki.
We're gonna have it. It'll be delicious.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Just
and it is
wait.
all natural and guilt-free, according to the label.
Well, fuck that then. I only wanted really guilty drinks.
How innocent is the wine spritzer? Anyone else read Dr. McNinja back in the day? No? Just me?
I am pretty sure not just you.
Well, yeah, I know. I like how that's the one bit from it that stuck with me. Here, kanpai. Oh, this is like shit. How come we can't drink anything good on this fucking channel?
We have good things all the time.
Yeah, tonight is not one of them.
Not a fan?
Yeah, it's not for me, but I'll finish it. It's early evening, but the roof of Radicon is still hotter than hell. When I provide Daru with the refreshing gift of Dr. P, a frown appears on his sweaty face.
ここはキンキンに冷えたカロリーゼロのコーラだろう。常識的に考えて。
You're supposed to give me an ice cold 0 calories cola. Common sense, man.
Who's Common Sense Man? I forgot he is a cola guy. No sense letting it go to waste. I drink the Dr. P myself in front of him while staring him directly in the eye. Daru and Suzuha start discussing the time machine. Mayuri and I watch from a short distance away.
ねえねえオカリン、あのジ 航衛星がタイムマシンだったなんてびっくりしたね。
Hey, Okari, isn't it amazing that the satellite was a time machine?
So very amazing. Yeah, I guess so. Thought that Titer's time machine was a car, a 1970 Chevy. It never even occurred to me to suspect the satellite. I should know better than to take anything for granted. In retrospect, the satellite was suspicious from the start. Not only had it appeared out of nowhere, but Titer only started posting afterwards. Disappointed in myself for not realizing the connection.
The game calling you out for not predicting its plot.
It's in the fucking intro, okay? In, like, the intro cutscene for the game. Clear... you could put it together.
I'm glad Suzu-san wasn't hurt in the crash.
Of all the plot twists that are meant to catch you by surprise, that's not one of them. I doubted it was anything like a crash. Probably just appeared there, displacing the wall, which then collapsed around it. After all, the time machine isn't self-propelled. It doesn't fly.
あれって操作がとっても難しいんだって。
I heard it's really hard to drive.
I guess she heard that from Suzuha, who
重力
drives.
うんたらかんたら装置の座標がちょっとでもずれるとね、タイムマシンごとゼリーマンになっちゃってプルンプルンかなんだそうです。
If the gravitational whatchamacallit coordinates are just a teensy bit off, the whole time machine becomes a jelly man and goes bloop.
Bloop. Goes limp.
しかもね、あのタイムマシンってセルン製じゃないからあんまり安定してないって。
And she even said her time machine's unstable since it's not a CERN model.
1975年に行く時が心配だな。
I'm worried about her trip to 1975.
二人乗りだったらね、一緒に行ってあげられたのにね。
Do you think I should go with her? I wonder if I'd fit.
Aww. What would you do in 1975?
決まってるよ。
Party like a bitch.
Shakedown 1975.
マユシーが一緒だから大丈夫だよって応援してあげるの。
I'd cheer Suzu-san on, of course. I'd hold her hand super tight and tell her that everything's going to be okay.
Aww. Spin-off where it's just Suzu and Mayuri going on time travel adventures together. And then they grow old by the time this comes around and they're just an old lesbian couple living together and like, oh, look at how nice we were back in the day. Oh. Make it happen.
Yes.
Something tells me that won't be much help.
ねえねえオカリ、あのタイムマシンって名前はついてるのかな。
Hey, Okari, do you think the time machine has a name?
Reginald. A name? That's the least of what I want to know about the time machine. Time permitting, I'd like to spend a whole day picking Suzuha's brain. Pretty sure John Titer's time machine had a model number. John Titer from 2000 might not have been Suzuha. There was no John Titer in 2000 on this world line after all. Although, I suppose it's possible that Suzuha will drop by 2000 after traveling to 1975. Smashing Pumpkins.
Okay, yeah.
Except, wait, that's the wrong year.
What?
It's the wrong year. That's 1979.
Exactly.
My bad. Oh, if you want to know, just ask Titer.
あ、そうだね。マユシーうっかりしてたよ。
Oh, yeah. Mayushi didn't think of that.
I love Mayushi so much.
Yeah.
I want to protect her with everything I have. No fight. No fighting.
Unfortunately, the universe wants to kill her regardless.
Yeah. Mayuri giggles and runs off to talk to Suzuha. I don't like how the game tries to portray her personality as dim-witted and stupid, instead of just, she's got different priorities.
I don't
Like-
know that the game does.
Really? Because that
Okabe
does. I'm sorry. Let me.
But I think that the game portrays her as really quite perceptive.
And
if anything,
yeah.
catching on to a lot of things before the others in her own way.
Yeah. Because like that's how I feel about her. Like she's definitely candy in her own way.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I guess you're right. It's not the game doing it. It's mostly Okabe just kind of insisting that it's because she's dumb,
which she is not.
No.
Because think about it. Who just immediately goes along with it when Okabe's like, shit's fucked. We have to run. I'll explain later. She just gets it. Like, okay.
In that particular instance, I thought it was because of her trust for Okabe.
True.
But like I still think your point is is valid in that she it keeps showing her. But what I mean by the game showing it that way is it keeps having her moments where it's just like Okabe's like, why did you forget this stupid basic thing? And she's like, oh yeah. Like, why didn't you just ask the owner of the time machine? And she's like, oh yeah, ha 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 ha. And I feel like it keeps doing that to try and persuade us that that's what she's like. And I'm just like, I wouldn't have thought, she probably just thinks differently.
Yeah.
That I disagree with the way the game, I feel like it is not just Okabe, but like the game keeps trying to be like, hey, look at this, you want to save the dumb girl who can't save herself. And I'm like, no. Bad. Stop. Go sit in the corner.
Yep, it has a name.
What is it?
FG204 something something, she said.
Something.
Anyway, don't you think Daru-kun and Suzu-san are a good match?
Huh? Mayuri's jumping all over the place today.
Boing, boing, boing.
Boing, 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 boing. See, but there's totally a logical train of thought in her head that's going like, oh, connecting that.
Yeah.
I'm saying Mayuri's probably neuroatypical, and I love her.
Yeah.
I want to just be like, it's gonna be okay, Mayuri. Would you like a hug? And then if she says yes, I would like a hug, I would give her a hug. Well, I look at Daru and Suzuha again. How do you figure? Daru's all about ferrets, you know.
Oh. Really?
She tilts her head to the side. Good grief. Mayuri and I aren't of any use. I would prefer to leave Daru and Suzuha to it and resume the search for Suzuha's father, but Mayuri seems to be happy just sitting here. We don't have any leads on the pin or its owner. Maybe 2 days just aren't enough.
Luckily you have infinity days.
Stop. No, that's quitter's talk. Like I told Suzuha, I don't want to give up. Besides, even if we don't get the information we need this time, I can use the time leap machine to repeat these 2 days until we do.
See, there we go.
Oh, yeah, Mayuri, what happened to your costumes? If we're gonna be time-traveling superheroes, we're gonna need costumes.
Time suit.
There's only a few more days until Komima. I remember Mayuri pulling all-nighters to get her costume done. Has that changed? Excuse me.
I already made 2 costumes. One for Kaide-chan and one for Fubuki-chan.
Weren't you making a third one for Lukako?
Yeah, I was. But I couldn't convince her, so I gave up this time.
Because consent is important, but so is supporting your friends.
Hey, can Mayushi take a closer look at the time machine?
Just don't get in their way.
Okie dokie.
Mayuri
Pops in, immediately fixes it.
Mayuri beams happily, then runs over to the time machine. She's acting like this is a field trip. Behind her, the sun glows dark and orange on the horizon. It's quite a view from up here. After a few minutes of watching the sunset in silence, I realized that Suzuha is standing beside me. She must have come over as Mayuri left. Our shadows are long and murky.
橋田至ってすごいね。タイムマシンさ、突貫工事とはいえ、うまくすると明日には直せるかもって。
Hashira Itaru's amazing. He said if things go well, he could have the time machine fixed by tomorrow.
He's a man who gets things done. Why are we getting a special image for this conversation?
Aww.
I get that there's a difference in values between one, but... Don't judge a book by its cover. Hey Okabe, how's that self-awareness looking out there? How's that working out for you?
Yeah, I have a better impression of him now. Hey. There's something I want to say, and I feel like I'll never get another chance.
Wait, did we accidentally take the Suzuha route? Why so melodramatic?
I'm really grateful to you. All of you.
Aww.
When I came to this time, I didn't know anyone. I was all alone, in a world completely different from my own. This era is so peaceful. That's a wonderful thing, but it scared me. All I knew was the fight against CERN. But now I have friends, best friends, who I can share my secrets with.
Alright, just go in the other room now. I'll do the rest of this on my own. You don't need to be... Take your woes elsewhere.
All these people who lived before I was born are working so hard for my sake.
Oh, I would love sake right now. It'd be better than whatever the fuck this wine spritzer is.
It's a strange feeling, but a happy one too.
Aww.
I wanted you to know that.
Thanks, Suzuha. Suzuha's tone is so wistful. Why? I try to speak, but she continues before I can.
Living with you guys in this time, it's been really fun.
I just have one question for you, Okabe. Why have you had your head tilted the entire time we've been having this conversation?
That must be really uncomfortable.
Like, that's such an unnatural angle. Do you have a crick in your neck?
When I met you, you were all so strange and unique and over the top. I was kind of shocked at first, actually.
It almost paralyzed me. In which case I would have had a 1-4 chance of not attacking that turn.
But before I knew it, I started to enjoy spending time with you weirdos.
You absolute weirdos. You goddamn buffoons.
2036 is peaceful too. People don't even fight anymore. Did you know that?
I guess they just don't want to fight no more.
Nice.
Thanks. How could I? I'm not even alive in 2036, right?
Oh, right. Sorry. Anyway, people don't fight. Ever. About anything. All forms of conflict, war included, have vanished. poof, without a trace.
Instead, everyone just plays Melee.
Everyone settles things with a children's card game.
Or rather, they would play Smash Bros. Melee, but everyone plays at task levels of perfection. So instead, the real competition is winning the coin flip for port priority.
その代わりみんな死んだ魚みたいな目をしてた。
Instead, everyone has dead eyes, like fish.
誰も覇気がなくて
Mop.
歩く足は
Mop.
すり足で
I am in this photo and I don't like it.
Mm.
No one has ambition. Nobody dreams. They just trudge through their lives without a single complaint.
笑いはするけど怒ったり悲しんだりはしなくて
Oh, sure, people smile, but they never get angry or sad.
個性なんて誰も持ってなかったみんなロボットみたいだった
There's no individuality. Everyone's a robot.
Literally.
この前
I took one of them apart once.
すごく怒ったでしょ
You got really mad at me before, remember?
あの時さすごくびっくりしてすごくショックだったんだけど同時にすごく嬉しくなったんだよ
I was really surprised, but at the same time, I was really happy. I love it when people are mad at me.
You're a strange girl.
確かに
I guess so.
Suzuha looks at the time machine. Daru and Mayuri are standing next to it, talking cheerfully about something or other.
君のラボに出入りしてるみんなは生き生きしていてすごく眩しい
You're all so bright and full of life. I envy you.
椎名真由里も橋田至も牧瀬クリスもそれに君も
Shina Mayuri, Hashida Itaru, even Makise Kurisu. And, of course, you.
Aww. Don't be ridiculous. There's nothing enviable about me. I'm worthless. I can't even save Mayuri.
私もみんなみたいになりたいって思ったよ
I want to be more like you.
俺からすればお前こそすごいと思うぞ
You ask me, you're the amazing one.
そう言ってもらえると嬉しいかも
I'm happy to hear you say that.
Wait, she can take a compliment? Oh god, she must be god tier.
そして頑張れてるのも
Okabe backs up. Whoa, don't hurt me.
It's thanks to all of you that I'm still going strong.
Aww.
ラボメンの一員になれてよかった
Being a lab man, even for just a little while, was great.
She smiles then, a soft, sad smile that tears at my heart. What does it mean?
ほんのちょっとの間でも君たちと一緒にいられてよかった
Being with you guys, even for just a little while, was great.
Is it just me, or do their breasts get larger whenever they're in the special?
In the special CGs, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Am I
true.
wrong?
You're not wrong.
Okay. Suzuha, you doing okay?
太郎きっと未来を変えてね今みたいな自由な世界に変えて
Change the future, Okabe Gintaro. Make it a world like this one, where people can be free.
どうしたんだなぜそんなに感傷的なの
Hey, come on. Why are you being so sentimental? Does she not want to go to 1975? But I mean, she's got a time machine, so can't she just come back afterwards? Even as I think it, I realize how wrong I am. Of course. When Suzuha completes her mission and brings us the IBM 5100, the world line will change. The future will be rewritten, and the 2036 she knows will cease to exist. To hear her describe it, the future is an awful place, but even so, it was her home. She has friends there, I'm sure, comrades in arms, and memories of her father, Beryl Tidor. All of that will be lost to her forever. No wonder she's getting sentimental.
マシンが治ったらまた盛大に宴会を開こう
After we fix the time machine, let's have a party. But make sure it's over before it checks watch, like 7 p.m. I cannot stress that enough.
Thanks.
Like, hard limit on that one, guys. And yet she's still smiling that sorrowful smile. Afterwards, I hit the streets again in search of the pin. Gotta pound that pavement. Excuse me. But the day ended without a single lead, so I reluctantly returned to the lab and tried searching the internet. A couple of hours later, and still no luck. So far, I've accomplished absolutely nothing. My frustration is mounting. I can time leap again, but will that really help us find Suzuha's father?
Oh.
An unfamiliar number. Who is it? It's me.
Hi, Mr. Okabe Rintaro.
Hi, Mr. Okabe Rintaro?
The voice is heavily accented. I can... Who is this guy? CERN? I jump to my feet and scan the room, then run to the window and check the road below. No suspicious figures in sight. Kurisu comes out of the development room and gives me a questioning look, but I wait for her back inside.
CERN? What's that?
I gulp and carefully choose my words. Identify yourself.
You, one afternoon, came to our factory to make an inquiry and told me your telephone number.
What are you saying? No, wait. I've heard this broken Japanese before. The strange Japanese filters through my brain, connecting synapses. That's right, it's that foreign street vendor I met this afternoon in Akiba. Identified. Nice to meet you. Good to see you.
Oh, you're welcome.
No, not loving the card captor there? I thought that was a good pickup.
It was. I do custom work. Yesterday night, a guest came here, I remember. That guest asked to please make a pin badge the same as the one you had.
I don't quite get what he's saying. That's only because I don't really like the way this scene is written at all. It is making me very uncomfortable. But he seems really excited about it. I'll be there.
Zoom.
I go to the same spot as before. Although his stand is already closed, the Westerner is waiting for me.
Oh, Okabe! Hello!
Oh, Okabe. Hello.
Son of a bitch! Where'd that guest of yours go?
Client came here yesterday around this time.
Blue-eyed white man shrugs his shoulders. So it was yesterday. Contact me because he remembered. What's his contact info? Name and address.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
Poison? Guest just for simulation? Private information? Have nothing.
So last night someone came by wanting to make metal pins with the same design as Suzuha's. But he died of poisoning? The guess was just a simulation, so there's no private information? I'm not following.
Japanese, very studious, and awarding private information.
Oh.
Become nervous and serious, yes?
He's saying that the customer was very recalcitrant to give away personal information. That doesn't help.
If guest had gave name or telephone number, however, no leak. That's business.
Fatigue suddenly weighs down on my shoulders. I don't understand a word he's saying anymore. My head is full of question marks. In hindsight, I should have just brought Kurisu to speak English for me. Guess I'll just have to wing it. What'd your customer look like?
Well, so young, or そ見る。ジャパニーズは顔ヤングね。ルックだけじゃno understand.
This entire scene is just kind of like, but also it's the white guy, so it's fine. But also it's the white guy purposely butchering a different language, so it's not fine.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble figuring out like where I'm supposed to fall on this one.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's just one big clusterfuck, and I'm like, Anything else?
やりjudo or pro wrestler?
Maybe a judo fighter or pro wrestler?
Wait, what? Judo? Pro wrestling? What do you mean by that?
Yes!
Yes!
That wasn't a yes/no question. What the hell do you mean?
Ah, balloon! Balloon だよ!
Ah, balloon.
What? Balloon, judo, pro wrestling? Good! No! Not good! Trying to confuse me? I'll ask more questions, but the foreigner suddenly sees a policeman walking by and runs off. Consider chasing him, but decide against it to avoid police attention. I give up. Search has hit a dead end, and we have barely any time left to find Beryl Tidor. We can timely begin starting at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Looks like all I can do is wait until Christina's done working, and then leap to the time the suspicious character appears at the stand. That's one way to do it. Hey. Kurisu carefully connects the two cords she's holding.
Done.
Time leap machine is complete.
Okay, time to use it. Bye!
It's 2:30 p.m. on the 13th, about 20 minutes later than before. Kurisu walks into the lounge with a satisfied look on her face. It's just her, me, and Suzuha in the lab. I had Darwin and Mary head to Radicon, ostensibly to work on the time machine.
So that silly hat phone wave chum.
It's the time leap machine, god damn it. Suzuha gazes at the now complete machine in awe. I've already explained to her how the time leaping works. It's as different as can be from Suzuha's time machine, which can physically displace actual bodies.
It makes you remember the future, right? That's pretty interesting. I'd like to forget the future, personally. Can we set it in reverse?
Can we do that? Wait, well, we can't do that, but have you heard of a palace? There is one way. Suzuha crosses her hands behind her head and looks up at the ceiling.
Intuition. Search your library for 3 cards. Target opponent chooses 2 of them and places them in your graveyard. You put the 3rd into your hand.
I have a feeling I've just been in this place before.
I wonder if those things are actually you recalling future memories.
Actually, in a universe where reading Steiner is a thing that exists, that doesn't seem unsensible.
Yeah?
An interpretation, right? Either that or they changed something and it's a glitch in the Matrix.
Some of CERN's researchers in my time came up with the theory that memories are a way of sharing information across world lines. Maybe it's similar to that.
Well, in our timeline, we invented a box fan.
What?
It's my fan noise. Didn't really work out. But I was doing a hand motion at the same time, so I'm bad at this.
I just wish we knew more about Okabe's reading Steiner thing.
If we ever make a bookstore together, can we call it Reading Steiner?
Yeah.
That's a great series of questions, Kurisu.
Is it unique to Okabe? Or does everyone have the potential for it, and Okabe's is just stronger by coincidence?
Great question.
意識は記憶とともに過去へ飛んだ。
One thing is for certain. My consciousness leaps to the past along with my
そ
memories.
れがなぜなのかいまいち納得いかない。 D メールの時に岡部が体験したような状況と同じになってもいいはずなのに。
I still don't understand why that is. It would make more sense if you experienced a change in the present, like you do when we send a D-mail.
記憶に意識は依存してるのかな。
Does your consciousness depend on your memories?
Well, I've got a Phil 102 class that would love to talk to you about that.
形として存在してるわけじゃないのが厄介だよね。
The problem is that consciousness doesn't have a form that we can see.
魂も同じ。結局は宗教観に行き着く。
Same goes for the soul. Those things are still in the realm of religion. Well, I've heard that...
Do you want to? Okay, go ahead.
I've heard that the soul is a form of fluctuating light stored in the neural tubules called fluct light.
I like how you can pinpoint the time in our channel when we started watching, when I started showing you Sword Art Online.
Because I will never shut up about it.
Yeah, and that's all we shitpost about now.
Anyway.
No regrets.
2036年でもさ、魂の存在は証明されてないし、意識を形として証明した人はいないんだ。
Even in 2036, the existence of the soul hasn't been proven, and nobody's proven what forms consciousness either. Okay, but what if the existence of the soul gets proven, but only some people have one?
Oh God, no.
It just turns out that half of us were pea zombies all along.
I think if that were the case, you would have a moral obligation to lie about it. Pretty sure you would.
I see. That's a little disappointing.
意識が過去へ飛んだことで D メールに比べてより具体的に過去改変ができるようになったり同時に
The soul exists, but there's only one and we all share it.
Who was it that had that? Someone had...
Yeah, I swear I've read that.
Yeah, I
theory
swear I've read that somewhere before. Sending my consciousness back has let me change some future events with more precision than D-mail, but other events are locked in by convergence. I can change the method of Mayuri's death, but never the fact that she dies.
違うよ。
That's not how it works.
未来は確定してる。
Do you think Lewis ever played Steins Gate?
Lewis?
Possible worlds or actual worlds?
Oh! Probably not, because this came out in 2010. Or around then. So when was this game published?
I don't remember.
Whatever.
But still,
Someone...
Lewis should have played Steins Gate.
I was gonna say, two people with philosophy degrees should sit down and play this game, but apparently what happens when they do that is they just decide, hey, what if we got drunk while we did it? So...
Anyway, the future is always determined.
ならば
It's full of determination.
Then why does the path there change?
世界線が変動してたから。
Because the world line
岡部
changes.
倫太郎が過去へ飛んで、本来とは別の行動をとったことで、ダイバージェンスがわずかだけど上下したはずだよ。
When you leap into the past and take different actions from before, divergence changes, if only a little bit.
でもその変動はダイバージェンスメーターで言うと 0.00001% 程度の誤差でしかないわけ。
In most cases, that fluctuation won't amount to more than a tiny fraction of a percent on the divergence
ちょっ
meter.
としたことの場合、全く誤差が発生しない場合だってある。
Small changes might not register at all.
原因が変化することでさ、結果がすでに同時に存在している別の世界線へと変わっただけなの。
When you change the cause, the effect merely shifts to a separate, already existing world line.
しかも、その2つの世界線は近似値だから変化なんてほとんど感じられないはず。
Since those two world lines are almost exactly the same, you barely feel any difference.
So is that why reading Steiner didn't react?
変わる前の世界線は消滅したわけじゃなくてさ、可能性世界線として同時に存在し続けるんだよ。
It's not like the previous world line disappears. It keeps existing as another possible world line.
But what's important is that one person, you, Okabe, are currently conscious in the one world line where everything is fine. That means everything is fine for everyone.
It's still unclear to me how this works. If all the world lines are actual.
Mm-hmm. She keeps saying possible, so
But also keeps saying that it's real.
Yeah, there can be real possibilities. Things don't have to physically exist to be real.
You're a Platonist now. Awesome. Me too.
Help. Help. I don't know where I've gotten to and I don't like it here. Gonna read your line, or you just...
All right, it's my line.
You gonna stand here and stare at me, or...
Sorry, I totally misread that as being an Okabe line. That's the many worlds interpretation, right?
いずれにしてもパラレルワールドじゃない。
In any case, they're not parallel worlds.
再構成されていると
So is the future reconstructed?
そういうことになるのかな。
I guess you could say that.
I'm confused again. Maybe it's impossible for me to fully understand the structure of the universe. Anyway, that's enough discussion. It's time for me to leap again. I explained the situation to Karisu and have her activate the time leap machine immediately. Let's do the time leap again.
I love the brain scan.
It's so very good. So wait, why did we need to hop back again? Oh, this time so we could find out, not Karisu, so we could find out who,
Suza's dad is.
which we'll find out next time.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is, it's a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Do you see? PC at 21. But only at 9 p.m. Any other time than that, no PCs. I'm sorry. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Join us next time when we start to figure out possibly who Suzuha's father might be.
Maybe so.
Maybe so. You can't see me do my eyebrow waggle.
I can.
Can you verify for how waggly
Yeah.
my eyebrows are?
Very.
You stopped vouching for how wiggly my eyebrows were. I'm gonna cut it off at some point before we get to. What's the other one then? Because that's 4 of your top 5. What's the 5th one in your top 5?
Afternoon tea.
Afternoon tea.